got to lose something to gain something. And in here, we're losing every form of greenery that is natural to gain greenery that is unnatural. This is a literal representation of what ADHD feels like. I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. This physically hurts me to look at. Like and subscribe for existential dread. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Slop channel. I am your resident slime girl and thorn in your side, here to deliver a dose of slop for your daily requirements. Today, we're going to be delving back into the world and insanity of Let's Game It Out by continuing on with our enjoyment of our dissatisfaction of his Satisfactory playthrough. So, sit back, relax, and let's get mildly peeved at how much he butchers the game. All right, let's get back into it. I believe we're getting into the episodes that start gracing the actual heavens with how much bullhonkery there is in them. So, this is also going to be the last time we watch 2 episodes in one sitting, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so from here on in, each episode becomes about 20 minutes long. So we're going to watch this one and the next episode, and then from there on, the last 3 will be episodic each, just so you know. But we are going to get through the entire thing. So, Mr. LGO, please be gentle.
God, it's time for more Satisfactory. Oh, how I missed you, Factory with no rules, limits, or
you
logic.
Missed Satisfactory, but did I miss
about
this?
Making efficient machine.
What in the 60 FPS? Dude, it's been so long since I've watched LGO's videos that have had more than 30 FPS. This is bliss.
Or in my case, just find new and inventive ways to torture the game. First, we built a factory that was actually kind of normal, until I realized you could make it look like this. And then I made it look like this. And I mean,
let's be honest here. Normal's kind of boring. Who wants to be normal when you could be abnormal, like me? I mean, let's face it, normal's just a frame of mind, really. But for LGO, this is normal. A normal factory for normal people.
And then we tested those limits by building a tornado out of conveyor belts, and it's actually kind of pretty.
Hello,
just don't look directly at it unless you like
slideshows.
Then I saw this empty valley, and I thought, you know what this could use? A conveyor belt weave. Not to be outbeaten, we went back over to Beltnado here and turned it into a full-fledged cocoon. After that, we moved on to other interests, like messing with these trucks here, only to realize that if you throw them all in a pit like this, they become sentient and try to escape.
So deep down the rabbit hole you traveled.
And then those crazy developers just kept updating the game, so I kept trying out their new stuff.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Developers that update their games for free? No Man's Sky, is that you? Hello?
Beautiful train station that you can even custom name. And boy, did I custom name it. That's when I realized we could send them through the earth and straight to hell. And then at the tail end of the last episode...
Oh boy! I wish I could go to hell rather than watch this, because at least hell would be a better experience than putting up with this honky bullshit.
We realized one last thing left to do: nuclear power. Oh, and also, today's video is sponsored by NordVPN, but I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video.
People got sponsored by NordVPN. Guys, you'll be happy to know that I have not been sullied by a sponsorship. I have not once been sponsored by any VPN, and I will try to uphold that sentiment. Unless they're willing to pay me a lot of money. Because money equals pride, and I'm willing to throw aside my dignity for money. Explains why I have a Fansly.
Check this out. The game actually runs better now, and this blows my mind. My God, the performance increase is amazing.
Oh,
this thing doesn't destroy my computer anymore.
So this would be around the time that the developers were looking at LGO going, how dare you? How dare you make a mockery of our game? But please tell us more. How did you do that? Meanwhile, I'm looking at this, not so much complaining about the FPS issue, I'm complaining about that one stupid little thing there that oh, and that one. Don't think I didn't notice that. You have a perfect cylindrical thing, and you purposely, I want to believe that it wasn't an accident that he purposely had, like, these jut out like that. I want to think that he was like, ah, yes, this could be a perfect cylindrical with steeping slopes, but I'm going to put 1 or 2 small little bits jutting out just to upset people's OCD. You absolute monster, LGO!
I can run up to it. I can bask in its majesty. It is a brave new world. So what are we gonna do today?
I would like to know what they did to improve the FPS. I'm assuming it's something about the load times of things.
Nuclear victory is we need to go mine some uranium and shove it into this thing. Last episode we used our little locator guide here to find uranium, which was a little ways away. But the bigger hurdle is this stuff will kill you if you get too close to it. And that's why we brought this lovely thing. A hazmat suit. Strap it on, makes you look super cool. Now we're ready to go face the elements. You know what? Let's do it with style style in our beautiful, sexy car. Now, I feel like I took a wrong turn
If it doesn't
somewhere,
have the
but I'm
sounds
gonna
of the
have
buggy
faith
from
that this is
Half-Life,
the
I'm not
right
interested.
way. Well, everything's green. I feel like that's sort of a good sign. I think we're going to the right place. Yep, we definitely are. I see
yes.
little bits of ore here.
The only reason we're after the Myranium is because we're after a little snack. We just want a crumb of uranium to give us enough calories to last our life. That's all it is.
Oh, hello, cat friends. These are
What?
supposed to be spiders in the
What?
game, but for everybody's benefit, I turned on the arachnophobia mode, which turns
Oh, but spider friend. Now they're just really deceptive.
them into these creepy cat heads, which I think we can all agree is a
That
little
is
worse than just
scarier.
spiders.
Legitimately, I would rather spiders than see that coming at me.
Anyway, we'll just take care of them in short order, no big deal. Oh, you
Why
want
would
some
you be
too,
making
do
the
you? Let's get
keys?
this nightmare over with.
Aw.
Okay, where was I? Putting down
You know
our
what?
beautiful...
And this might be wild to say. LGO has very orange cat energy.
Full mining drill, that's what. Never has anything in a cave looked so majestic. So right now this
So
thing
how is he
doesn't
gonna
have any
ruin it?
power, which honestly is for the better, because if this thing is pulling out uranium while we have it set up, we're just gonna be taking on lots of radiation. Oh, did I mention to find this I had to go through a waterfall? It's true. I wandered
Ooh,
around for like
pretty.
an hour before I figured out it's
Like the
back here.
Batcave.
Okay, finally ran the conveyor belt all the way home. We're gonna stage our uranium over here. You may recognize this little place over here.
no.
In a previous video, this is where I had all of my trucks. You know, the ones that turned into a sentient species, and then I had to put them down, otherwise the game would never run again.
Wait, did you know that we have a Discord and a Twitch? No? Well, now you do. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you click those little links over there and be part of the fun? Just like the rest of us cool kids, you know what I'm saying?
And so we're gonna stage everything here because we can't
What did
just
you
send
do with the
uranium
corpses of
over
those
raw.
trucks,
We gotta
huh,
make two things
LGO?
first.
What did you do
Uranium
with them,
cells and
LGO?
electromagnetic control rods. Uranium cells are the uranium itself, as well as concrete, and the electromagnetic rods are stators and AI limiters. Easy enough. Let's make a couple of...
Hey, LGO, I know this is like years ago now. Could you give us some AI limiters for X, please? Actually, no, sorry, Twitter, sorry. If X doesn't want to respect people's names, then neither do I.
Location private. NordVPN also has, at the time of this video,
respectfully
over 5... For the
skip.
record, it took about 4 minutes, and it still hurts to get near, right? Oh boy, does it ever. It's kind of a shame. It's so pretty to look at. It's like a bunch of slimers just on a conveyor belt. So this guy over here is going to be for our uranium cells. The uranium we obviously have.
Come
Right
on,
in front
what's a
of us
bit
at
of
the center of our
radiation
base is
poisoning
some concrete.
between
Okay, and there's
innovation,
the
huh?
concrete. As I
If you're not getting
slowly
a little
died
bit of
radiation
dose of
poisoning.
radiation,
Now
are
this
you
thing's
honestly
doing the magic
doing your
of
job
making
right?
uranium cells, and for our
My
control
old McDonald's
rods,
employer
gotta grab
used
them
to say
stators
that.
and AI limiters. All right, AI limiters for days, and these are the stators. Thankfully, I have pretty much all of these materials being built somewhere in my base, and I just need to find them and route them over here. Now that those two things are underway, we have to turn to our...
We're 5 minutes in, and although he's said some very disconcerting things, I've not... Excuse me. He may not have... He's only been saying some disconcerting things. He's not built anything disconcerting. Methinks that's going to change very, very quickly.
Our old friend, the manufacturer, which we're gonna build down here for kind of no reason. And in this thing, we're gonna build nuclear fuel rods, which is what can finally go inside the nuclear reactors. My favorite part about this? Very radioactive. That's what I like to hear. First, we'll send these uranium cells down there.
Just like me, I can be radioactive with my bubbling personality, 'cause I'm radioactive, radioactive. Does your back hurt yet? Are you feeling old now, knowing that song, what feels like it should only be 3 years old, is actually 10 years old? Older, in fact.
Okay, that's one
Like and subscribe for existential dread.
down and 2 down. So that connects our 2 nuclear things. To finish off the trifecta, we just need to get ourselves some of these encased industrial beams, which I just happen to know where there's a lot of them. It's like all the stuff I built previously was all building up to this. Also known as, thank God my production is so imbalanced.
As you build up your facility, LGO, the area becomes dark. The shadow of your structure makes the place dark and full of nightmares. Oh, the darkening and the horror. Oh, how I will see my eyes betwixt my eyelids and see nothing but the horrors of which you have wrought. Like and subscribe for Eldritch Monsters.
I just have extra random crap everywhere. See if we can't work quickly here. I seem to be taking on a not insignificant amount of radiation poisoning. And there we go. And we'll just send these beauties right over there. And since I've already got my medical inhaler out, this calls for a celebration puff. Now that I've taken
that's
on
the
10
good shit.
generations worth of...
Okay, but do you have your... Can you take a dose of Ritalin with that as well so we can get rid of your ADHD? Like, I can handle ADHD nonsense at the best of times. I myself am crippled by ADHD. But there's my levels of ADHD, and then there's yours, sir, that manifest into the machinations of mechanical meddlum. Like and subscribe for poetic wording.
radiation sickness. I'm just gonna stare off into space for a bit and let my empire just grow. Okay, I think we're in pretty good shape now. So many
That's a lot of
beautiful fuel
myranium.
rods. Now comes the fun part, where I route fuel rods all over the map and wonder if I'm gonna melt my face off. Almost there. Ah, finally, after all that, the fuel rods are in the thingamajig.
Do you guys see the reference here? The power plant is in the shape of a science beaker. Oh my god, it's so obvious now that I look at it. Crazy.
Machine looks to be working, and boy is it a thing of beauty.
Making
Now the only thing left to do is hook it up
making
to power.
science, it's so fine.
I thought that'd be more
Look,
exciting.
he's
Ooh, but that
going
smoke
to
is,
make
my
some
God, look at that
radioactive
jump. Our
waste.
capacity for power
It's
was
going to be
4,400, and then we brought the
tasty.
power plant online, and now it's 6,900.
I'm going to
that is
die
quite the leap. So here's the
again.
other thing that happens with nuclear power. We get
Turn
delicious,
it
beautiful
off and
waste,
on
extremely
again, and
radioactive.
I'm going
and what are we
to
gonna do with
die
that
of
nuclear
cringe.
waste? Well, build a bunch of conveyor belts that zigzag
Like and subscribe for music. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna run this bit into the ground.
through this waterfall, of course. And I'm using the slow conveyor belts because I want all that radiation goodness to get all in the water supply. And then once its slow journey is complete, all that tasty waste goes into this bin for future.
Could I get a barrel to be a test to test that juicy waste though? Like, don't waste the waste. It could be a good taste. Because when you pop down that waste, everyone should get a taste. And when we've got some space, we got to make sure we get up there with some basedness. Like and subscribe for poetry.
Future generations to worry about. Okay, first nuclear power plant done. And while I'm satisfied we could get that first one off the ground, I feel like there's so much more we could be doing. Oh, this gives me an idea.
No,
I
LGO,
can't
you've
help
done
but
enough.
think being able to look at the
You've done
cocoon
enough.
again is a blessing in disguise. So for the first time in a long time, we're going back in. It's been so long since I was able to climb in this thing. Here we are in the belly of the beast. He's, of
I mean, at
course,
least we
being
can
our
actually
free
bear
oil
witness to the
refineries.
audacity
I'm
of his
tempted to go
creation.
back and change all of these Mark 1 conveyor belts to Mark 5, but even I hurt imagining how long that would take. We're now
You're gonna do it anyway just because it'll piss us off, aren't you? And by us, I mean me, because I'm an abject reflection of my audience, and what I feel is what everyone else feels. And I know that's not the case, but I'm going to say it because that's what I demand, because everyone listens to what I say respectfully. Like and subscribe for communism. How much can I run this bit to the ground? Find out next time in the next exciting episode of Makari Ruins Everything!
here at the halfway point. You can tell because the iron rods stop and the oil begins. So I don't actually think there's an opening. I think I have to make one to get out. Nope, wait, found my opening. Just fly my way up there. Hopefully I don't run out of fuel for my jetpack. It's a long way down. Ah, and here we are.
POV, you've just been given birth. This might as well be the friggin' Gucci of the universe, considering how much it looks like a prolapsed anus. What the fuck did I just say? Oh my god.
Are at the very top. I know I've said it a couple of times, but I cannot stress how bizarre it is to be able to look at this thing and the frame rate maintains. Look at the dumpster that is my factory
It's kind of hypnotic.
setup.
Oh, what in the spaghetti is that? Dude, it's even worse when you're able to look at it from above and realize how much... This is a literal representation of what ADHD feels like. Like, it hurts to look at, but somehow you just gotta put up with it.
Factory setup. God. Like at this point, even I can't tell what goes where. So I keep forgetting that there's like stairs and walkways, and it would be really useful because we do need to find a way to get up there fast. But no one likes taking stairs, so I found a better way to get up there. It's called a bunch of bounce pads all over the place.
Based. You know, that might be the only thing he's made so far that's not filled with existential dread.
Here, let me show you what I mean. Starts with this bounce pad right over here. So we just jump on this conveyor belt, which will launch us in at the right angle. It'll take us over to this bad boy, and it'll just start bouncing us all the way up to the top. And the nice thing is it's all set up so I don't have to do anything. And I can just bask and look at our factories, really just enjoy the ride. Oh, shit. I'm not...
So you could have just set up a very simple set of stairs. Sure. But that's not stylish. To get to the peak, you need to do it with style points. Because if you're not styling on your way up, what's the point? What, you're gonna take some stairs and burn out your leg drives? Pathetic. Peaking right here.
Not even moving anything, it's just bouncing me for me. So I can just look around at the nice surroundings, really take in all the beautiful scenery.
This is some very Portal.
Are you serious? Or I can just hold on for dear life and hope the whole
This
thing
is
works.
some peak,
Honestly, it works about
Portal
10%
2
of the
bounce
time.
padology.
It's the best. But it gets you close to the top of the cocoon, so beggars can't be choosers. Oh, here we are coming in for a landing. Bounce off this backboard. Here comes the final bounce. I can't think of a better way to get to the top of this spiral. Okay.
It took exponentially more time to set this up, but the reward of cool points I believe would be worth it. One's in the chat if you believe that this was far better of a way to circumvent the need of stairs and get to the peak than building stairs.
Okay, so you might be asking yourself, what's the plan? I mean, if you look out there, you can already see our nuclear power plant dumping nuclear waste down below. So here's what...
Actually, I think you'll prefer the terminology of retroforming and terraforming the plant for a more advantageous existence of a human proportion whilst disadvantageously, disproportionately, and disfiguringly disposing of dysfunctional animal wildlife of the terrestrial nature. Like and subscribe for obtuse terminology.
We're gonna do. I know this seems like sacrilege, but we're gonna cut the head off of the beast. And I know it seems scary, but I promise you there's a reason for everything. Remember how the top of this thing, because of the red tint, looked kind of like a warhead? Well, now we're really putting that nuclear touch on the top of it. Yeah, okay,
Yes!
That's looking better. Got that kind of
It's
gaudy
literally
Vegas
a
quality
friggin'
to it.
nuke.
Also, why is
Let's
my
go.
nuclear reactor already showing signs of wear and tear? I haven't even hooked it up yet. And of course, we want it to look classy, right? Like, look at all the crap already floating around this thing. That majestic crown up there deserves the finest curb appeal. So first let's make sure to loop this stuff through everything so that everything is nicely irradiated. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Billy, you're a budding nuclear scientist. What do you make of this, huh, Billy? You want me to pay you? Anyway, we need to hire a nuclear scientist. Yeah, the one we have doesn't really... Yeah, anyway.
This'll do. B+ at best.
Good thing I don't value the opinion of bitches.
And we're gonna feed them in through the
Wait,
bottom
let me
of the
not value the
cocoon.
opinion myself.
That way the entire thing can maintain its visual splendor. Okay, there we go. Everything is properly irradiated.
Billy.
Now all we need to do is connect it to the power grid. Thankfully, because of the bounce pads floating in the air over here, there's already a bunch of power lines just ready for me to connect to. God, look at that burst in power right there. Now
That's
we gotta deal with my
optimization.
favorite thing, nuclear waste.
LGO,
The waste is all gonna come out right here.
optimization
And as
in
is my custom,
disguise.
we're only gonna use the
What
finest,
you
slowest
think
belts we
is
can.
crazy
Now,
and
all we
scary
need to
is
do
actually
just
pretty
run
freaking
this
cool.
belt full of byproduct goodness all the way down to the edge of these
No,
barrels. And
you're
just to make it
ruining
a
the
tad more
uniformity of your
convenient, I'm gonna send the
warhead.
nuclear waste down in one of these
Ah, whatever, it
splitters
works.
using the power of conveyor lift technology. Thank God these things can just keep going lower and lower and lower. Look at that, you can just have it handle.
That same phrase could be used for me. There's no level too low for me, and I have yet to find the bottom. Like and subscribe for self-deprecation. God damn it, I really can't stop at this, can I? I've pulled the cork, and now I've started.
Delivered
And I'm
right
not
to
gonna
the
stop.
ground. You know what I think I'm gonna do with all this nuclear stuff? I'm just gonna add a merger to where these iron rods are coming out, and I'm just...
No! You can't mix radioactive waste with iron rods! That's not right! Damn it, they're gonna get confused! The iron rods are gonna think they're waste, and the waste are gonna think they're iron rods! Then what are you gonna tell them when they're 18 and you gotta tell them they gotta get a job?
I'm just gonna mix these in with the iron rods. Oh yeah, I'm sure this won't be a problem at all. Well, there it goes. Join your friends. You know, though, with 2 power plants, I still feel like
You
we're not
absolute
producing
mad
enough
lad,
nuclear
LGO.
waste.
You absolute mad lad.
Ah, much better. There's like 50 power plants.
And yet that's still not enough air pollution to even come close to how smoggy the center of London is.
Plants back there. But this actually poses a new problem. While our power capacity is amazing, our consumption is conservative at best. And in order for these things to start chewing through those fuel rods, we actually have to get our power consumption up. Otherwise, they're just gonna sit here idly. Which is great if you're trying to build an efficient
That
factory.
seems like
It's
some
not so
immense
great if
logic.
you want your
You need power to make power. It's like investing. You need money to make money. And then you fuck it up because you have no sense of how stockbrokes work and investment indices work. No, I didn't lose any money. Why are you asking?
your main export to be nuclear waste. And God, do we want more of these barrels. And to do that, we're gonna turn to our old friend train technology. And the reason for that is because trains generate electricity and I can set them to go forever. So test one station here and another station here.
Some people say a terrifying nuclear wasteland. I say power, innovation, and regulation. Some say terraforming by existential means. I say innovation. You gotta lose something to gain something. And in here, we're losing every form of greenery that is natural to gain greenery that is unnatural. Give and take.
Let's put a train
It's
down
basically
and do a quick
alchemy.
test. As you can see, firing this thing up, it goes
I mean, who
around
doesn't
and
want to have a
around
crumb
and
of nuclear
around,
waste in the
generating
morning?
Not nearly as much as I would like, but
Why
hey, it's
worry about
generating
eating
something.
McDonald's
Something else
or different
interesting
types
we
of
can
meals
do is
every
we
day when you can
connect
chow
trains
down on
together.
uranium?
Well, each train in and of itself
It's
doesn't
good for
take
you.
up more power
It's
to
green.
function
Everything that's
like
green is
this.
good for
They
you.
all have to fire up their engines to move. That's a nice little power
Big
push for not
Jimmy,
doing a whole lot.
get that
And I'll
nuclear
know this
waste out of your
power
mouth.
output
I see you over
matters.
there.
If I see barrels piling
Get-
up here,
don't
I know
feed
it's
it to
working.
Billy.
Now I'm interested to see if we can generate some power
I wonder why no one
faster.
in my
Test number
mansion
2,
has any
in which
intellect.
case we see if adding some rails that go up increases how much power it takes. And then also I gave it a little more distance, mostly because I don't know how to use train.
Someone in my chat just said something very, very fitting. It's perfectly fine, guys. It's not our planet anyway. We're merely this is like what it's like being a landlord after you've kicked out some very dischivalrous tenants. Like, they've been living in the apartment for about a year, and then you go in and it's like a bomb hit the place. It's like, all right then, lad, I'm gonna give you this planet to look after. When I come back, I want it to be left right the way I found it. I don't know why I'm Scottish, but I'm running with the bit. All right, look after the place and make sure to keep spick and span. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a year later. What the hell happened here? I left you with a bright and spontaneous planet, and now it looks like a bloody wasteland. Bloody hell!
Works very well. Let's play conductor and see how it goes. So as always, when you first start it out, it does take a lot of power. Downhill does a little bit less for the power. Once the train gets moving, it takes up less because it's already got that speed going.
It's called
so here's my
momentum,
current running
inertia.
theory. Maximum trains combined
Like
with
and subscribe for science.
maximum train
Guys, at
stations
some point we're gonna have
means
enough
tons of
reasons to
stopping
like and
starting,
subscribe that
meaning tons of
everyone will be
power
subscribed to my
generated.
channel.
You know, I have an idea how we can test this, but I gotta build something real fast. So hang on, it'll just take a second. Okay, here's
A
test
brisk
number,
2 hours,
whatever this
yeah,
is. I sure
there's not
hope
enough
it
time
goes
in the day for-
okay. It's
Wow.
essentially one gigantic loop that goes through all of these.
So you know all those optimizations that the developers made specifically because LGO fucked with the game so hard that they had to innovate the game entirely because of his nonsense? Yeah, well, congratulations. Now he's pushing them to a whole nother level. Oh, well, we've had one patch over to make the game more optimal, but have you considered doing it again?
Tracks. It's not particularly pretty or elegant. Hey, the whole point is just to generate electricity. Okay, now we've added the trains. In case you're curious, this is 100.
Why? Surely there's more optimal ways. Well, when I said at the beginning, oh wow, he hasn't done anything too egregious as of yet, this is where my litmus test hits me. This is where the bar is. And it's hitting it, and the bar's bashing me around the face like a goddamn WWE wrestler going, I'm the main protagonist now. Bunch of bull honky.
188 trains, all connected together, taking up the entire track start to finish. And it's all automated, so the trains will just loop through this disaster forever. There are 23 total stations they go through, aptly named Pulp, before looping.
I want to ask what the purpose is, but I feel like anytime I ask that of LGO, all I get in response is like a 15-word essay saying, yes. There is no reason, or rhyme, or anything for that matter, aside from how much can we F with this?
Back around. You know what pains me most about this? It's not that it's actually semi-orderly, although that also pains me.
It does
it's how
look
freaking
very,
slow
very...
everything's
Oh,
going. I
for
didn't realize.
God's sake! It looked like it was looking really, really cool and interesting, like someone who's got an obsession with locomotives and toy trains. And then I saw these ones clipping through each other, and now I'm just sad.
That would be the thing that drives me nuts. But enough talk. How's it doing for our power? At an idle state, about 6,000, not too bad. When the trains start up again, it hits a nice healthy 12,000. That's still a far cry from maxing out our potential with 100,000. But before I go nuts and start laying out more track, let's at least see if we're exporting any of the good stuff now. And by that, of course, I mean nuclear waste. Yeah, this'll do. This'll do nicely. That's a lot of barrels. I think this is working out quite well. So normally the goal would be to try to fix.
Oh OSHA would validate this as a acceptable amount of nuclear waste.
Figure out where to put this stuff so it doesn't do any harm. But why would you want to hide something so majestic? Now me, I look at my base and I see something that's missing, and I think this has a chance to be a real showpiece.
Riding on the conveyor belt of the nuclear waste is kind of wild. Yep, I've made so much waste, I am now nuclear waste.
Once again, I'll be back in a hot minute. Well, that's looking just swell. Oh yeah.
I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. This physically hurts me to look at. Why? What is this spaghetti of a base? Oh my. I'm sure that anyone who's ever played Satisfactory is looking at this going, yes, a perfectly optimized and well-balanced facility. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, feels good. This is looking great. So one might look at this and get the impression that I covered the entirety of my base in nuclear waste. And you'd be right, up to and definitely including the weave.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry or upset. At this point, I'm numb to most of this.
Which, if I do say so myself, has never looked better.
As is everybody within a 20-mile radius of this facility because no one has any skin left.
Presence. Oh my God, the radiation is so bad. If I die and I have to respawn in, I just die instantly. I've made the base so hostile I can't even be here anymore. And also the spaghetti.
Soft locking yourself. Yeah, let's go.
My base is just completely out of control now. But damn it.
And yet, this still isn't as toxic as VTuber Twitter. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Nuclear waste looks so vibrant in the moonlight. So I feel like this is how this base was gonna end up. Nuclear waste everywhere, power plants as far as the eyes can see.
But can we make
NATO
it
that turned
worse?
into a conveyor cocoon now has a warhead aiming up to the heavens. Thank God I can use these bounce pads to just bask in it all while I fly off. Oh, and thank my lucky stars. The
You
frame
say
rate's
bask in
gotten
it
kinda
all, but
bad again.
I'd say
like
to
thank
escape the
NordVPN
nuclear
again for sponsoring this video.
fallout.
And don't forget, if you head on over to
Oh, excellent.
nordvpn.com/gamedout,
So
you can
we're
get
going to move on to the next episode
there's Josh.
instantaneously. This one is where I think it's going to be getting a little bit more unhinged, which is... Oh boy! I can't believe I'm saying that.
Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing Satisfactory
He somehow
today.
manages to
My
know how to
favorite
raise the
factory
bar and
building
constantly
game where we
exceed
find
it.
exciting new ways to make ridiculously big
Good
spectacles.
God, that's... As if this thing wasn't foreboding enough as it was. Like, it unironically now looks like the head of an RPG. You know, with the friggin' percussion cap on the top and everything. Actually looks like an RPG missile.
And try to destroy the game's frame rate in the process. First, we built kind of a normal factory, and before you know it, we've got a tornado made out of conveyor belts, which caused some very exciting performance issues. But I thought
I have a deep hope. I have a deep hope, and my hope is that by the end of the series, in the very last episode, at the very end, he places thermal nuclear warheads at every point of his base and detonates them. We started with nothing, we end with nothing. So too breaks the cycle of ineptitude of Satisfactory. We return to nothing as we started from nothing.
we could probably do one better, and we turn this lovely valley into a beautiful conveyor belt weave. Hello, slideshow. Feeling not quite tortured enough, we went back to the tornado and turned it into a lovely cocoon. Lastly, we upgraded our massive factory system to take advantage of nuclear power,
Yes,
which
I needed to
produces a whole hell of a lot of
this.
waste that isn't easy to get
Yummy.
rid of. Now it's so irradiated that if I die and spawn back in, I just die again immediately. But at least we were able to
How'd
add
you
a warhead
escape
to the
that?
top
That's
of
like
the
literally
cocoon.
soft-locking
So that's where
yourself.
we
It's
are
like being
now. Good
saved,
news, though, we somehow successfully made it out
dying
this
in a
time.
game, only having your
Onward to new
autosave 2 seconds
adventures.
before
Where
so
we
you
headed
constantly
to
die
next?
cycle.
Well, I've heard some interesting rumors about a place in the far northeast we can check out, and also the game added this awesome sliding mechanic. Look how
Nice.
action-packed this is. So we're gonna slide all the
Damn,
way
Titanfall
there.
and
Watch
Call
out,
of
big
Duty
guy.
on
It's
us.
time to slide. So many crazy biomes to slide through. Move it, wildlife. Make way for Sir Slides-a-Lot. Dear Diary, it's been 3 days now.
This is legitimately what I do. Why go anywhere by foot when you can slide? Like Apex Legends all over again.
I'm still sliding. I watched the sunrise all while sliding. And here we are, our brand new home.
Just like how I slide into your DMs after I realize you're suspiciously wealthy. Wait, what?
What a beautiful, lovely oasis. Tons of sand dunes to do this all day long. And look, we've got local wildlife. Ow,
Pretty
okay,
little
that's fine.
kitty.
Don't worry, we'll just jetpack over here. You can't cross water though, right? Haha, oh no. Ow. Well, good thing I brought some tools with me, like this thing to beat up wildlife. I think we're good for the ecosystem already. Okay, so the first thing we need to put down
yes,
is the hub.
LGO's
This
mantra.
is what allows us to
How we can
unlock
extend,
new blueprints and stuff, which we're
animal
gonna need. We can't put it in the rock face,
enrichment
can we?
to
we
as many
can,
parts
and
of the
so
planet as
we
possible.
shall. That's what I like to see.
Not going to get angry. Not going to get angry. I'm not gonna get. Son of a. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm fantastic. How can you tell?
Our beautiful base shoved into the side of a rock, and if we mash our face close enough, we can look through to the other side. Looks like there's a bunch of exclamation points trying to draw our attention. So let's have ourselves a tour. This is my lovely craft bench, beautifully mingling with the rock.
Amazing
and over
craft
here,
bench.
we've got our
So
hub
much
terminal,
room for
which allows us to
activities and
unlock different
crafting.
milestones. From my previous factory, we've unlocked quite a few, but they've added new stuff in the game, like this aptly named Awesome Shop, which we'll unlock soon.
Awesome
and then
Shop?
this
Let me guess,
symbol
that's
is
where the
for,
microtransactions
it's for
happen.
my storage chest that I can't reach. Is there any way to get to this? Okay, I think I've got an idea on how to get.
You know, a logical person would see that as a sign that you need to reposition your building. LGO is going to probably use it as an opportunity to spend 15 hours doing some weird-ass workaround in order to completely circumvent it entirely and glitch through the universe to get a hold of a storage box that he could have got a hold of just by moving the goddamn building! But why would you do that? That's not content.
Get to that. See this room right here? This is normally where you'd respawn if you died. So I wonder if we'll respawn inside the rock face. Good thing I brought this jetpack. Here goes nothing. Let me into my secret factory, please. Oh, my bones. Let's see where I respawn. Okay, here we are in
You mad genius. You mad genius. The only thing you've yet to do so far from all this wizardry is create some kind of Frankenstein's monster of uranium-enriched biomechanical creature that you've harvested from the local fauna.
Well, I can't get through this rock either, so I guess we're in our own personal tomb. But at least we've got a bathroom. All right, Mountain Face, you win. Let's build this somewhere else.
Thank
Let's go with
God.
option number 2.
Nice to know he does have his
in the
limits.
center of a big, vast desert. Okay, now that the base is set up, let's talk about what we're gonna do this episode. My understanding is unlocking this
Yes,
tier
please
is
do
gonna
tell.
give us the
Please
most
do
premier
tell
form
how
of
you're gonna
travel,
piss me off.
launching our bodies through a tube. But for any of that to happen, we need to set up a supply chain just like before. So we're gonna set up some factories on these mineral deposits, and we'll get our factory up and going in no time. Okay, and until we can get some better power going, we're gonna use these biomass.
I like to think that the developers updating the game to have better frames per second was like a direct challenge to LGO. And LGO was like, a wise developer, huh? You think you can stop me? Well, sit back and watch this!
Burners for power.
Don't amount
So
of
to
time.
power these, we
Don't
need
amount of time before he
biomass,
brings the
which we could
FPS
do
down
by
to a
just pulling
sustainable
crap
30
like this
again.
out of the ground. But why do that when there's this entire forest over here? And I brought a chainsaw. Take a good look, nature. I'm coming. Oh yeah, just get in there and it just all goes away. And you know you've hit peak efficiency if you're pulling weeds up while you run with a chainsaw. I bet these trees have been here surviving for thousands of years. Well, what are you gonna do?
Mother Nature trembles in
See,
fear
much
before this
better.
man.
So beautiful, so barren.
Yeah,
The
so
only
much more
foliage
hospitable.
left,
Borderlands
tiny
looks
little
this and
twigs
blushes.
rolling in the wind. But hey, check out what all of that did for us. Just miles of beautiful leaves. All in all, we're set up really nicely to put a bunch of fuel into the biomass burners. There we go. Recycle all that foliage in the only way we know how, by burning the hell out of it. And in
Where are your guardrails? OSHA would like to know where your safety rails are. Anyone could fall in there and get themselves minced up.
doing so, it looks like all of our machines are looking nice and powered. Everything here just drilling away. Now all we need to do is give it a place to come out of, which of course means using my most beautiful friends, conveyor belts. And there we go. All this beautiful ore is coming out. Now we just need a place to store and process. And I think I might know just the place. Come on, Mother Nature, I have use of your bountiful land. So we're gonna take advantage of this fertile ground for the best possible use. And that's storage containers. Like a lot.
Is anyone about ready to watch this man make a whole ass skyscraper of storage units that look like a New York apartment block that are worth $5,000 a month each? I'm ready for it.
A lot of containers just all over the place. Yeah, okay, this should do. This should be enough.
Welcome to New York's rental home emporium. Each of these spacious rooms which we loosely use the term spacious, will cost you about $5,000 a month, and you would like to know that they do in fact come with complimentary black mold, and that we're throwing that in for free.
Of storage containers, right? Blessed be to you, Mother Nature, for letting me use all this space for cargo, which means now all this beautiful ore can be redirected
down below. Mother Nature doing in that space anyway?
Okay,
what, growing trees?
What
do trees do for anyone anyway?
And let's see, we'll just connect this here. Good. And then we'll just connect this one here. Connect this guy over here. I've got other drills too, so let's make sure to invite them to Cargoville. Population, all the materials. Ooh, and look what I found over here. Limestone. Don't mind if I do. And you know, that spot up there looks perfect for power plants. Wouldn't be an LGO establishment without some level of... Just looking great. Okay, with our...
I wanna cry! LGO, why?
Okay, with our basic infrastructure in place, it's time
I'm
to turn
upset.
these raw materials into something more tangible.
Me.
And that means creating a number of production machines, like constructors
I mean,
and
they're
assemblers.
kind of upsetting at start with, but after a while, I think I'm going to grow used to seeing them.
Yeah, this seems
like a welcoming
good place.
sign, like going to a theme
beautiful. Ah, much better. Now this is my kind of...
On second thoughts, I rescind that statement. I hate this. This is the worst thing I've ever seen, and I want this to just all have a horrible workplace accident. I don't wish ill on people, but I hope this all falls down. I hope LGO stubs his toe, trips over, knocks over one, and it creates a horrible domino effect of knocking these all down.
A factory. We got power plants there, materials getting melted down over there, and after all that stuff is processed, it gets sent right on over to manufacturing. Look at it go. We also upgraded our power plants to coal, which is what all that beautiful pollution is in the distance. So, you know, overall, business as usual. I could stare at this mess all day. See all these storage containers in the background? We haven't used them all yet, but we actually are using them for storage. Take these boxes of screws, for example. They actually start their cherished lives as these ingots right here, which are lovingly manufactured into this machine here before being pressed into fine metal rods. The rods eventually find their way to this other...
The delights of being the unprocessed materials. They didn't know they were going to be incorporated in a horror fest that is this nature.
Machine, and out comes beautiful baby screws, which continue their 10-year journey down this conveyor belt, which takes them through a painful amount of unnecessary twists and turns. You want to know how unnecessary? Look, this is where the screws end up, back on the ground where they started. So yeah.
At this point, that's just normal for an LGO build. That doesn't really bother me anymore.
As you can see, everything is pretty much a nightmare just like this. Oh, but don't worry, I have a system to find things. It's called I go from container to container, hoping I find what I'm looking for.
Why?
And if it's empty, I just keep following the screw trail until I find where it ends. Finally, I found some screws to use. Yes, it's a nightmare, but it's my nightmare. And now you get to share it with me. Now that our factory...
They always say that sharing is caring, and I love it when my friends share things with me, you know? A good drink, a fine meal, some friendship and bonding time. What I don't enjoy my friends sharing with me is the eldritch abomination that will haunt my nightmares forever. Like and subscribe for friendship tips.
Your needs are squared away. It's time to focus on more exciting things, like unlocking something riveting. Specifically, this resource sync bonus program. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Oh, look, Satisfactory has a message for me. Hey, don't tell them how long I've been sitting here. Thanks, game, for giving away all my secrets. All right, where were we? Awesome sync, let's do this. So this is one of my favorite parts of the game. We get to unlock
awesome sync? Man, I should let that sink in. Get it? Get it? Like and subscribe for amazing jokes.
Those things by feeding the machine this stuff. And once we do that, a big old button appears for us to hit launch. And then we watch as those materials get sent off into the atmosphere, and then they're just gone forever, I guess. I've always wondered what mysteries this thing sees when it flies.
The only thing I wonder is why I'm not on that ship with it to get away from this horrible nightmare.
Into wait, what? Wait, really? It just gets stuck in space like that? Wow, really? This whole time I thought it like flew away. Wow, flat Earth confirmed. We live in a big dome. Oh, I see. Are you back from your liar's journey? Don't think we don't know what you're up to. Well, now that my worldview is shattered, let's take a look at the awesome...
What you don't see is the giant tortoise holding up your flat disk of a planet. Comment below if you know what reference that was from.
Shop. So my understanding is the shop part lets you buy cool things. How do I use you? Oh yeah, it's like a catalog of fun things. Ooh, vehicles. Fix-It Factory cart.
Cute!
I have to have it. It takes 10
it's just a little
tickets. I
guy.
have none. And that's where the awesome sink comes in. Basically, we're gonna set this thing down and feed it excess resources. Okay, let's see. We just gotta fill its pie hole here. Well, I know where to go. Over to Terror Town. We got plenty of resources over
Terror
here. So
Town
we're just
is
gonna add
probably
a
the most
splitter
fitting
right on
name
top
I've
of the
ever seen for
conveyor
somewhere
belt
that looks
here.
like
And then
that.
straight from the production line, we're just gonna pull them over. Okay. Yes, yes. Eat it all. There is something really exciting about watching it just crush up everything. Okay, so it looks like as we feed the machine, it gives us points, which eventually get put towards coupons. Like, check it out. There's
interesting.
2. Okay, you know what? I need more faster. Let's upgrade you to Mark 5 conveyor belts. Okay, things are moving faster now, but we don't have enough pipes to keep up. Okay, no problem. I think I know how to handle this. First, let's use another splitter and split off whatever the hell these are. We'll run these back over to the master conveyor belt, where we're going to use a conveyor merger. There we go, just put that right there. And then connect this to the whole process. Okay, a little more stuff going at once. Huh, all these resources. Some of them just sitting here. Well, this gives me an idea.
The frames are dropping. The frames are dropping, just like my sanity. Who is ready to watch the developers have another aneurysm trying to figure out how we managed to break the game this time?
Yeah. You know what would probably make all this organization look even better? Putting splitters on everything. That way everybody can participate.
Why? Why? They're not splitting anything. It's arbitrary and unnecessary. You're just trying to make them feel included? The only thing that I'm feeling included in right now is the friggin' horror and angst I feel for you doing this and what... I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm fine.
Oh god, look at this mess. I may have attached a couple splitters, quite possibly all over the place. It's really helping the decor.
Just
An
because
aggressive
the
amount
chaos
of
needed to go
resources
from a
reporting
10
for duty
to a
as ordered.
12.
Okay, and here at the conveyor belt of prizes, we just need to connect all of these bad boys.
He's not even done anything specifically to egregious me, but I am egregious. I am egregious on such an emotional level.
So we'll just put a series of mergers
Sad
down.
thing is, the more I
and
watch
just
the
start
series, the more
connecting.
invested
See, look at
I
that. It
am.
couldn't be
The more
more
invested
simple.
I
The
become,
conveyor
the
belts
more I'm
just
obliged to watch,
overwhelm the
and the more I'm
mergers,
obliged to
and out
watch,
comes
the
a
more of this
beautiful
egregious
assortment of
bull honky
crap.
I have to
Just shove
see.
everything in there. No
I
part
wish
is
I
too
could stop,
crappy.
but I'm
According
so
to the awesome
knee-deep in the
sink,
shit
we
at
have
this point
started
that I
to give
have
it
to
a little bit
watch.
more than we did before. Although I can't help but think we can make this go a little faster. I mean, all the stuff flying in right now is a lot of like lower level stuff, but I bet if we added in some more high quality components, this would get even better. And really, what better place to build that than, oh, right over there. Oh boy, let's get started.
I'm gonna blink, and there's gonna be another monstrosity of mechanical machinations, aren't there?
Okay, there we go.
I'm actually a bit disappointed there, LGO. On the spectrum of machinations that you've made before, there's not enough unnecessarily nuclear power plants. Like, all of this seems necessary. Sure, it's a spaghettified mess, but normally when you make this kind of stuff, you do what you did last time, we put splitters where they don't belong. I would have honestly expected you to put, like, a nuclear power plant in there, maybe some random buggies all over the place. Just stuff that doesn't need to be there, but you put there anyway because you just hate me that much. Just because you hate me that much!
As you can see from this lovely bird's eye view, here's our factory that kind of looks like
a
Cthulhu's face. From
landslide!
way back here, it's actually hard to take in just how much crap is going on here. So in we go. So the goal was to add some of the higher
I mean, I guess
tier
all the turns
items,
and
I
twists
would
are
like to believe
unnecessary,
we
but
did
that's
just
just normal at
that.
this
We
point.
also managed to use all the cargo containers, pretty much every single one of them, and pretty much everything is just one giant conveyor belt mess, and it just goes forever and ever and ever. What I'm trying to say.
I said this in one of the previous episodes, but the thing I'm surprised by the most is how much time LGO must have on his hands to be able to do this and still maintain some kind of life. I'm also surprised that he's allowed a bit of wildlife to exist in this general proximity without turning it into some biomass mulch for the power plant.
is hopefully Ticket Machine is hungry because we're gonna feed it now. Oh, and if you're wondering how long it took me to do this, I don't know, 40 hours? If I sound different than I did a moment ago, it's because I've abandoned all sanity. Yes, go forth, my beautiful creations.
Good. You deserve
we're off
to
to
suffer.
see the Ticket Wizard, and we aim
If
to
that's
do it
the
in the most
small
disorganized
little
way
bit
possible. And here they are merging
of
onto the main belt. Ah, what a beautiful
reprieve
sight.
I get
hope
from
the
knowing that you
coupon gods
suffered
are
making this.
hungry,
That
because
gives
here
me
comes
some
a
degree of
feast. Oh yeah,
satisfaction.
that's much better. Look at that, just constantly getting tickets. And look at that line graph. Look at this. Before I was getting like 6,000 to 7,000 points per minute, and now a glorious 13.5 million points per minute. Okay, give them here. 224 glorious coupons. I'll try not to spend them all in one place. Okay, it's time for you, Fix-It Factory cart. Add to cart, check out. Okay, bombs away.
Oh, it's so
Wait,
cute.
this is the cart?
I want to adopt this little cart and call it Billy. No, not you, Billy. No. Don't worry, Billy. No, Billy, this is not your replacement. It's totally his replacement. Don't tell Billy.
I fit inside this? Well, okay. Finally, ultimate comfort. All right, here we go. Yeah, now we're getting
Like
some
that
real
one
speed
episode
going.
of Top Gear with
Okay,
Jeremy
all things
Clarkson,
considered,
this
this
world's
thing's pretty
smallest
fun. I mean,
car.
it is really impossible to control. Oh, hey, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he's scared. Oh wow, this thing
Flip
seems to
like a
actually do really
turtle.
well if you just ride it in reverse. And you can see my sad, concentrated face the whole time. Well, we got no choice, I guess. Let's go see what's over there.
Whee!
Oh boy, look at this lush forest here.
Bumper
Look out,
cars.
the delicate touch of humankind has arrived. Hey buddy, do you know where the whoa,
Oh my
come
God,
here,
don't
buddy.
abduct that
ignore
poor creature.
me, will you? Let me get out and talk to him. Oh, he cared about that, that's for sure. All right, creature, I know when I'm not wanted. Oh, but I'll be back. Because back at base, I have a little surprise
God,
for you.
he's
When I
friggin-
fled my old base, I brought a little something.
Like, insert some Eurobeat to this and it'd fit immensely. Gas, 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 I'm gonna step on the gas. Tonight we ride alone. Like and subscribe for outdated references.
Something with me. And that something is right here in this chest. It's hard to tell based on the picture, but these things right here are essentially explosives. Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh no. Who gave
demolition
this
work.
mother
Such
trucker
a
some
noble
trucking mother
profession.
explosives?
So I can't help but wonder, can we combine pleasures? Let's see if we
Billy, I don't think you have to worry about being replaced anymore.
can't just attach this to the side. Oh yeah, giant explosive is my co-pilot. Okay, test number 1. So having hopped out, looks like the explosive is still intact. Let's see what happens if I detonate. Well, worked like a charm. Okay, test number 2. Let's see if we, well, okay. I'm not gonna question it. It's part of the vehicle now. Ooh, test subject. Hey, buddy, enjoy.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that worked great. Really? Not even remotely scarred by that? Here, just take one to the face then. Attaboy. Okay, so let's try this
Poor
again.
creature.
Maybe what we need is 2 of these. You know, what the hell? Let's go with 3 just to be safe. Did I say 3?
I'm about to watch 100 bombs piled on top of this thing and make it look like some kind of horrifying war crime, aren't I?
meant 4. Did I say 4? Because I just made an amazing discovery. It turns out you can just keep attaching them to each other like this. I wonder how many of these you
Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna have the bridge of explosives. C4? Well, I only you see what? I see 4. C4 dead people.
You can actually attach? Turns out quite a few. Behold, the Hugmaster 9000. With its beefy arms and amazing reach,
Jesus
this thing is ready to
Christ.
embrace anything. Move over, boys, I'm getting in. Look at this nightmare. Out of the way, fellas, there's a new sheriff in town. Okay, who wants a piece?
shouldn't work, but
oh my
it
God, what's happening?
does.
What caused me to spin like that? Uh-oh, well that's not good. Maybe I can just oh yeah, perfect. Where was I? Well, no sense in wasting this. Come here, buddy. Let me just put a loving arm around you. Let's just
It's
enjoy the
beautiful.
silence
It's a-
together. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just walk it off. Never mind the constant explosion.
So they only deal damage to the thing they're connected to. That's a bit of an oversight. Hey, developers! When I set off an arm's reach of a nuclear explosion, I want it to be shared with everybody, not just the thing they were connected to.
Explosions happening around you. You know what? What am I doing? Let's just cut out the middleman and go straight to the source. Here, let's build you a nice little cage. How's it feel? You feel good in here?
Aljo, you have to stop. You have to stop. They're wild animals with feelings, man. You always stop. You always stop to ask if you could. You never stop to ask if you should, man. Come on.
Here.
Peter would
Don't
not
worry,
like
I
the
brought
series.
presents for everyone. Oh god, should I feel kind of bad about that? Especially the part where it's like under its skin. Yeah, you keep posturing like that, I'll keep turning you into part Terminator. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Let's get one on each joint, give you that real cyborg feel. Here, have one right in the face. Literally right in the face. Here you go, buddy. Take this one and oh. Okay, it turns out they can only take so much of it. Quick, destroy the evidence. You know, maybe I'm going about this all wrong. I might need to find an animal that can take a little more
erasure.
you know, like this thing. Hey there, little guy. Oh, look at him getting up on the hind legs. I can't honestly tell if that's cute or just terrifying.
Please
okay.
don't, LGO. Think of the wildlife, man. Think of the wildlife. I mean, I know you're thinking about the wildlife, but what I'm saying is, don't destroy them. They're just trying to live. Like, they've already put up with your bullshit with this machination of mechanical menagerie. Just leave them be.
Okay, step 1, make the space giraffe a domicile. Step 2, coax it into its new habitat. Oh, that was easy. Step 3, decorate your new friend. Wow, this is way harder than I thought it would be. This guy keeps moving. Hold still, jeez, just let me put more on your—
God. Oh, I feel bad just watching this, because you know what's gonna happen.
face. Okay, so me and Mother Brain have been hanging out all night, and as much
The fact that that is tanking the frames more than his spaghetti of a facility is scary.
as I would like to affix more, the frame rate's so bad that I actually can't aim anymore. But you know, between that
Well, there you go. I told you earlier, if anyone was going to figure out a way to tank the frames anymore, it would be LGO. We need that meme where it's the skeleton in the airplane going, what the fuck? Boom! Nuclear explosion time.
beautiful face and this beautiful glowing growth, there's about 400 explosives on him. So now that he's properly tagged, let's let him go free. Oh god, every time he moves, the frame rate gets even worse. Yes, be free. Take the frame rate with you. Okay, look, I'm sorry to do this to you as much as I want to live and let live. You need to die and let frame rate first. Sorry to do this to you. You know, as we sit here and watch this together, I kind of forgot why we did this in the first place. Hey, but at least we—
And that's exactly why we love you, LGO. Because there is no rhyme or reason to what you do. You do because doing must be done, and if it's done, then it must be a do. And if you're doing a doozy, then doing that doozy must do the doozy. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
broke the frame rate again. My god, how long is this poor guy gonna keep exploding? Yep, this is still going on. You know, we'll just leave them to the fates. Who knows how long that's gonna be. Well, that was probably enough weaponizing animals for now. Let's focus on weaponizing ourselves now.
Mind
and
you,
by
for
that
now.
I mean let's unlock
We're not done
something
with
called
it.
hypertubes, which as I've been told is the premier way of human travel. Okay, so let's start simple, see if we can't understand how this works. Here's our beautiful entrance, and now let's add a little bit of this hypertube. Okay, in we go, and
Taking the philosophy of any hole's a goal, because when you make a hole, the goal is wherever your heart takes you. Usually Pornhub.
well, that's about what I expected. Oh god, yes. This is what I was hoping we could do. Okay, what about if we aim this downwards? Yes, perfect. Okay, onward and... Oh, hell yeah. I was hoping we could return to the underworld. I was really hoping we could meet our maker again.
And that's
well, this
what
is just
beta
filled with
testing is
infinite
like.
possibilities, isn't it? Can I just continue to extend this? Apparently, yes. Like some kind of horrible sand serpent. Whee! You can just keep on going down and up and down and up
this is how you
forever
probably
and ever
beta
and
test
ever. Well, this
something.
feels like a gift we need to
Say
share with—
what you will about the monstrosity of his buildings. At least he's actively innovated and improved the game by doing things that no right sane person would actually do.
the world. And I think you know what that probably means. That's right. Let's just add a modest number of tubes to everything. What a relax—
You know, of all the things that he would spam in a very spaghettified manner, I'm okay with the test tubes because it turns this place into a fun theme park ride. So at least there's some joy coming out of this.
relaxing way to enjoy the cacophony. Just you propelled freely through a frictionless tube.
But
like
it does
a bullet
bring you
down the
uncomfortably
barrel of a
close to
gun.
the thing
Watch
that
out
makes
on
me the
that
most
exit,
anxious.
Though. It's pretty impactful. This does have me wondering though, which part about this glorious thing caused damage? Do you think it's the part where it's pushing you down? I think we need to do some experimenting. First, let's build a tiny little
science.
tower. If we build a tube system, which goes—
What if you launch yourself directly into a wall? Would it make good artwork of your body splayed out over the wall, or would it actually just deal damage?
right over the edge and straight down. Let's see if that alone causes any damage. Okay, in we go. Huh? Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Took just a little over 1 square damage. For test number 2, let's see how this treats our frail human body. Okay, in we go. About the same. Okay, so let's go taller. Make the journey a little longer. Surely this will feel good on my spine, right? Only one way to find out. Ooh, that's a lot more. Ow. Let's keep building higher and higher. Just a tiny amount higher. Oh boy, this is gonna feel great. Okay, everybody, hold on to your internal organs. Wow.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Just walk that off somehow. Well, I'm not gonna let the hypertube beat me. Okay, I think we're about ready. What with all the layers we added? I'm still backing up in the hopes of showing it all. Okay.
Mr. President, there's another LGO approaching the tower. Watch out!
There we go, at long last. The view from the top isn't too bad either. If you look down, it's a long way. And then, of course, over here we have what I lovingly call the avalanche. What do we think? Do things look any better from up here? So as you can see, we're starting with full health. Now let's hop in so the end can take us. You know, it's strangely peaceful here in the tube. Oh my god, we're alive. Miracle tube. I'm sorry, I doubted you. Maybe it's that beautiful soft sand. So let's aim it up instead and see if we can reach the heavens.
Oh my
okay, here goes nothing. Going as fast as we can.
Slingshot!
And back up we go. Oh, well, how about that? Right back where we started. I do wonder something, though. If I put an entrance point right here, you can see that it's pulling in air. This gives me an idea.
I will not have devious thoughts about this hole. I will not have devious thoughts about this hole. I will not have devious thoughts about this hole.
Okay. So as you can see, I added a new element here, and we'll see if the additional air pull adds a little something. Here we go. Okay, here it comes. And, oh wow, we seem to be moving a bit faster. Strike that a lot faster.
Oh.
Well, I think we know what happens next. And that's a bunch of mini tubes, just like this. Let's try that tall and just see how it goes. Okay, I got a good feeling about this. Oh, being launched out here is not what I was expecting. Tower, why have you forsaken me? And did you see those frames where my body was torn inside out? So I think what's happening is we go through super speed. We hit the little gap there, and it sends us...
I mean, this is, like, legitimately, this is, like, actual good testing. This is the stuff that the developers love. Like, one of the first things... Like, sure, everything he does is absolutely horrifying. But it's this kind of stuff that the developers are like, I wish more people would do this so we would know how to fix our game.
Flying. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Let's try something more horizontal than vertical. So the way the last booster worked, we made a tube system that sucks you in one end, pops you out the other. And then it seemed like if we set up a second tube system so that it sucks you through the first one, you go through a tiny tube, exit the first tube, and then immediately get sucked into the next one, that this would give some extra speed. So let's test this. And just like that, we have our test bed ready to go.
Oh boy, this is turning into one of LGO's theme park videos, isn't it? We're only missing the crowds of theme park goers to test this out for him instead, rather than using himself as the test dummy.
Go. So we got 5 tubes set up here, and as you can see, each one has one segment longer than the last. This is the kind of crap I do all the time, by the way. How else are you gonna find the magic unless you test until your eyes bleed? And if you look right past the tubes, you'll see a bunch of piles of concrete just sitting around. And that's because basically I would go in the tube, see how far it launched me, leave a marker. Based on our 5 tubes, it would appear that for every booster you add, it goes that much farther. Super linear. And that brings us to test number 6. The day I realized you could stack them even closer together. And I'm not sure what witchcraft happens when you do this, but if you get enough of them going, oh boy, do you fly. And fly. And fly. All the way to heaven. Wow, I knew that hypertubes were going to revolutionize travel, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. Have you ever been like, wow, I wish I could be over there now? No problem. We've got you covered. Have a safe trip. Are you ever working early on the job site and all of a sudden you realize you have a hunger to do some shopping? Well, don't waste your time walking those like 40...
I mean, admittedly, the only reason I'm enjoying this is because I'm getting some sense of sadistic happiness from watching LGO suffer. Because he's making me suffer, so watching him suffer like this kind of amuses me.
Steps. Let the hypertube do that for you. I can taste the savings already. Or maybe that's all the blood in my mouth. Or maybe you just want to experience the speed of light and having your face ripped off. Might I suggest the Face Ripper 9000? This lovely system is over 600 meters long, features over 150 boosters, all chained together so that when you're completely atomized, your comfort comes.
There will come a point, I believe, where he hits a null integer of going too fast that it actually crashes the game. Like, the game's going to detect that he starts in one place and moves to another so quickly that it's physically impossible and it can't register anymore. So it's like, bloop, nope, can't do it.
First. So what are you waiting for? Get in there. Such a smooth ride. Oh my god, what is happening? Am I seeing the forming of the universe? Is this just all there is? Can I look around? I gotta go lay down. I can't deal. What does it mean? So what are you waiting for?
He just got isekai'd into a whole different realm.
Oh my god, so I was at the top of my tower thing. And do you know what I spotted? Is that what I think it is? Oh my god, it's my old base. I can't believe we can see that from all the way back here. Well, I think we have our new objective. It's time for us to plot a course. Okay, I think we're ready to go.
God,
you know, I'll never get tired of building these cannons. It's like I'm crafting the barrel of a gun every time. Oh, and before we go on our amazing voyage, let's see how many tickets we racked up. Oh, a lovely 928, huh? I'll be taking those. Or maybe I'll just take 500 for now. Let's buy ourselves something nice for the voyage. Ooh, like this coffee cup. I'm just gonna take in this beautiful view one last time.
Man, I love coffee.
Well, time to die.
Yeah, one's in the chat like coffee.
Oh, there goes the base. And back to heaven. Okay, too extreme. Now we know. We're gonna jump in about 10 from the back this time, see how this does for us. Okay, a lot more manageable. I feel like these are very nice speeds. I feel like we're gonna hit the ground, though.
No.
Or we could go through the ground. Must sip coffee before I die. Okay, we're gonna go 14 in this time. And I don't know if this is cheating, but I'm also gonna use my jetpack for controlled bursts. Oh, there it is. All our old stuff.
God.
I'm coming for you. Oh, we're back.
Become one with the machinations.
Home, sweet home. Feels so good to be constantly irradiated again. Well, feels good to be back. Who would have thought this would ever look orderly by comparison? And more importantly, what is that we see off in the distance there? That's right, the hypertube that brought us here. Well, I hope you had fun. I know I did. I'm gonna see if I can't clean this mess up, as well as make some new friends, and I'll see you next time.
Well, fun is certainly a word to describe LGO's madness, and I would like to say that I've had a certain amount of fun, and that certain amount of fun is what you could probably imagine as being in the negatives, but that's beside the point. I watched this shit, so you guys don't have to. I'm gonna go cry now. Have a good one. Enjoy life. I'm not.